Good morning, YouTube. Good Wednesday morning to you. I hope everybody had a good night and a good wake up. Come on in and step into the space. We are going to clear it before we begin. Okay, take a nice deep breath for me. And on that exhale, let go of anything you don't need, any energy that's icky or stagnant, any thoughts or circumstances from yesterday or last night that you just want to let go of to make room for what's coming in today. It's kind of like playing poker. We want to go ahead and give a few cards back so we can get a few new cards to see if we can stack them to make the perfect day. So go ahead and release what doesn't work, and we're going to get a new shuffled stack of cards to replace it today. Okay, so I want to welcome you all to Good Morning Intuition. I think this is number 17, 18? I can't remember. We've been doing this for a while now, and it's been my absolute pleasure. I want to open up this space also by praying, so please join me in a prayer. Oh, spirit guides, angels, ascended masters, ancestors, wise ones in our spirit team, we ask you to bless us today. We ask you to turn our intuition on loud and clear so that we may best hear, see, feel, and know all of your messages today. We thank you so gratefully and so humbly for our intuition. And we thank you so much for being on the other end of our intuition so that your loving guidance and support can come through. We dedicate this morning to spending time with you, quality time, in order to receive your messages and your support and your love. And so we ask you to bless our practice today, that messages would come in loud and clear. We'd know exactly what is true in our soul, and we would know exactly what to write and how to think so that our practice is so fruitful today with what we need to incorporate into our lives. We ask you also to bless our loved ones, that their intuition be turned on as well, to keep them protected, safe, and guided. And we say, and so it is. And so it is. Good morning, Carol. Welcome. Welcome. If you guys are in the chat, drop a hello. Let me know where you're from. Good morning, Carol. Okay. So we've got all of our space cleared and praying out of the way. Let's grab our notebook. Find an empty page. And we are going to step into our gratitude practice for the day. Okay, finally have my desk situated here. Sorry about that. Okay, so we are going to jump into our gratitude practice today. Our gratitude list today is going to be about unanswered prayers. Unanswered prayers. How many unanswered prayers can we recall that we are grateful for? How do we see Spirit move and bless us in our lives with unanswered prayers? Good morning, AF Pulley. Good morning, Gigi. Hey, good morning. Okay, so unanswered prayers. I'm sure we all are aware of some of them, but let's just see how many we can bring from our subconscious into the forefront of our attention today by making our list. So, gratitude list, unanswered prayers, a few minutes on the clock. Here we go. Okay, take just another minute to finish up your gratitude list, unanswered prayers. This one was a little harder for me. Had to kind of dig deep to list out a number of things. It just goes to show you how sometimes the things we can be grateful for are dug a little deeper than we usually dig on an average day, or they're buried a little deeper than we usually dig on an average day. So that was a good practice today, bringing stuff into awareness that I usually don't think about. So good practice. Okay. All right, we are wrapping up our gratitude list, and now we are going to move forward to our 1 minute claircognizant hits. I have 5 for us this morning. So get ready to write down number 1. The question number 1 is, Spirit, what is standing between me and fully loving myself? Question number 1 is, Spirit, what is standing between me and fully loving myself? Question number 1, Spirit, what is standing between me and fully loving myself? Love yourself. Here we go. Question number 1, 1 minute on the clock. Okay, go ahead and wrap up number 1. We are going to get started on question number 2. Okay, question number 2, 1 minute claircognizant hit. Spirit, how can I overcome the current challenge I am facing? Spirit, how can I overcome the current challenge I am facing? Question number 2 is, Spirit, how can I overcome the current challenge I am facing? And this could be anything at all. Or if you have a number of challenges, go with the one you feel Spirit is giving you a message about. Spirit, how can I overcome the current challenge I am facing? Here we go. Good morning, Eunice. Hello, hello. Okay, go ahead and wrap up question number 2. Let's begin going over question number 3. Okay, here we go. Question number 3. Spirit, how do my past relationships affect my relationships today? Question number 3 is, Spirit, how do my past relationships affect my relationships today? Okay, question number 3. Here we go. How do my past relationships affect my relationships today? Okay, go ahead and wrap up question number 3. We are going to move on to question number 4. Okay, question number 4 is, Spirit, what is missing from my life? This could go a number of ways, right? Spirit, what is missing from my life? Question number 4, Spirit, what is missing from my life? 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Okay, wrap up question number 4. And we will begin question number 5. Question number 5 is, Spirit, what can I do to self-soothe? Spirit, what can I do to self-soothe? We all feel stressed sometimes, anxiety, worry. It's happening to a lot of people. And I myself was feeling some anxiety the other day, and Spirit asked me, what can you do to self-soothe? And I thought that is an incredible question, and was guided to put that into our practice today. So no matter what feelings are overwhelming or circumstances that are overwhelming, Spirit, what can I do to self-soothe? Sometimes there is nobody but you to take care of you. So what can I do to self-soothe? Question number 5, 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Okay, take just another minute, and I'm going to stretch. Oh, that's a good stretch. Oh, yeah. That was a good one. So we are going to wrap up our 5 claircognizant 1-minute hits. And we're going to jump into a cool automatic writing practice today. Y'all heard of Archangel Michael? You guys know who Archangel Michael is? Well, if you don't know who Archangel Michael is, an archangel, for one, is, well, first of all, angels are the manifestation of God or Spirit's love and guidance and support for us. And so a lot of times people view angelic guides as those who are protecting and healing and helpful. And aside from spirit guides and people who've been on earth, these angels are also beings that are hopelessly devoted to our love and our support and our kindness. So they are often seen as something that's with everyone. Every single person has angels. And so there is also a type of angel that is sort of omnipresent, and they call them archangels. And archangels can be with everybody at once, and they're sort of the main head angels on our spirit teams. And so Archangel Michael, and again, you don't have to adhere to my definition of angels. Yours is great and just fine as well, but just to throw out a couple concepts for you. Archangel Michael, I like working with him no matter how you define him, because psychically, intuitively, I find that just over the many, many years I've been teaching psychic development, Archangel Michael is the loudest voice a lot of times, the easiest to detect psychically. It's a big, big, big energy. And even when people are not as familiar with the psychic practices or him himself, they find that this is an easy connect because his energy is so powerful and strong. So I thought we'd get a dose of that this morning. Again, Archangel Michael is also the good protecting and boundary guy. So he is very much concerned with keeping our boundaries and our energy and our cord cutting clean. So maybe that's what he'll talk to you about today. I don't know. So we're going to visualize him together. And then I'm going to have you pick up your pen, and in your notebook, we're going to do some automatic writing. And I want to set this up first real quick and talk about it casually before we begin our formal meditation. So automatic writing is a process where don't think about it as too complicated. It's not like you have to actually channel every word and use your non-dominant hand. You can totally do that. That's one of the methods, and it's a cool method. But when I do automatic writing, sometimes it's just simply the fact that you want to write down a question and make it look like a text conversation. one person talks, the other person talks, one person talks, the other person talks, one person talks, the other person talks. So it's an ongoing account for a conversation back and forth. And so you'll be writing out, of course, your questions, but the moment you put that question mark, a thought will come to you, and you are intended to write down that thought as if you are knowing that it's Archangel Michael putting that thought in your heart and in your mind so that you can write that down. And when that message runs out, then you simply continue the conversation with the next question. And so the idea here is not to get too overwhelmed into, is this real or is this not real? I'm telling you, suspend disbelief, allow yourself to just have the experience, and you can always go back over it with the fine comb and go, oh, I'm not sure about this or that. Most of the time you'll feel very, very connected to what you wrote. But I just want you to delay that judgment and just have the experience first. Okay. Does that sound good? Good. Hi, Kim. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Okay. So what we'll do is close our eyes. Take a few deep breaths and just drop into the space here. Okay, and when you're ready, I'd like you to imagine that you pop into that beautiful space that we visit when we're on Good Morning Intuition, that beautiful stretch of white, bright light surrounding you in all directions. Far as you can see, you're standing in a space of pure, bright, white light. All around you, all you can see is beautiful, pure, bright, white light. And from this beautiful energy space that you find yourself in, Archangel Michael is going to visit you. So I ask that you call out with your heart and with your mind, Archangel Michael, I would love to hear from you today. Please appear in front of me. And then what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to imagine that out of nowhere, a large, tall angel starts to materialize in front of you. And before you get overwhelmed with taking a look at the whole angel, I want you to just turn your attention down to Archangel Michael's feet, to his feet. I want you to notice what he's wearing on his feet. If you can see his feet through sandals or shoes or whatever he's wearing, I want you to notice how his feet are showing up for you. Then I want you to bring your attention up to the knees and see if you can tell of any robes or clothing, any strength in his muscles. Taking your attention up to the waist, to the hips, noticing what he's wearing. Noticing if it's, armor that is holding a sword at his waist, or if it's just a robe. No right or wrong answer. He shows up different at different times to different people. And then take your attention span and bring it up to the shoulders and the chest. Take a look at his arms to his hands. What is he wearing? How does he look? What is his build? And then skipping his face and going to the top of the head, noticing his hair, anything else behind him. Of course, his wings, I want you to imagine. Now take a look at the area from his back. And if he is presenting wings to you, notice how far they span, what color they are, if they're soft or strong. And finally, take a look at the expression on Archangel Michael's face. Notice if there's a message you can actually take from the way he's looking lovingly at you. And Archangel Michael gives you a nod, letting you know that he is available for a conversation. And when you're ready, I'd like you to open up your eyes. And now that Archangel Michael is with us, I'd like you to take your pen and paper, and I'd like you to ask Archangel Michael a question. For example, I'm going to ask Archangel Michael, how can I heal the areas of my life that are broken? So I'm just going to ask him a question like that. You can ask any question at all. And once you write it out, then you are going to write out the answer and keep the conversation going back and forth until we're done. I'm going to put about 3 or 4 minutes on the clock here. Let's have a chat with Archangel Michael. Here we go. Take just another couple minutes here. That's good. Okay. Go ahead and wrap up your conversation with Archangel Michael. Get your last little message in there. And when you're ready, you can join me in our card of the day. If you have your own card deck that you would like to grab, now is the time to grab it. If you'd like me to pull your card for the day, we are using the Future Predictions Oracle deck. And I'm super excited to get a card for us today. How many of you guys like the practice today? Woo! Good practice today. Archangel Michael almost had me in tears there for a second. I started writing, and immediately he's like, "My dear beloved one, you are so precious." I'm like, woo! There we go. Right away. I love talking to the angels because they often, yes, are very powerful. Just like A.F. Pulley says, very powerful. Okay, so I'm going to pull us a card for the day. Our card for the day is Get Grounded. Get grounded. Get grounded. So what does get grounded mean? It means to plant your feet firmly on the ground so that the winds and the tides of the day do not flow in a way that blows you off of your center or off of your track. So the idea of getting grounded could be just like in the photo, someone standing in Mother Earth and feeling their energy actually ground. That is a scientific method. That is exactly like what electricity does. Power and energy and electricity in our body can be grounded. That's what lightning does. It grounds into the ground. So it's much more scientific than you would be led to believe by just looking at the spiritual concepts. But getting grounded can be a physical thing, or it can be an emotional and mental thing as well. It could be that a certain practice helps you step into your body and into your own mind. It could be that getting grounded is going on a social media diet and not being so, tossed and thrown around as far as your thoughts and your self-judgment just because you've seen 50 posts today that make you have an unsettling feeling about yourself, right? So sometimes it's about a diet of food or where we put our feet, or sometimes it's about the energy and the thoughts we consume in our mind. So whatever this is for you, think about getting grounded. And again, think about the concept of standing your feet firmly on the ground and nothing knocking you off of course or off of track or off of truth. Whatever that is for you today, whatever spirit is telling you to write down in your notebook today about getting grounded. Let's take a moment and wrap up our practice with our Get Grounded card, and then we'll dedicate and go on with our day. So here we go. 1 quick minute on the clock to talk about getting grounded or whatever your card of the day was. Okay, and with that will conclude our practice today. If you haven't already, I would love if you would hit the like button. That helps the video get out there. If you haven't subscribed, I invite you to subscribe to the channel so you get updates. I invite you to share our practice with a friend or on your news feeds for whatever social sites that you're on. And either way, I have just enjoyed this practice and can't wait to practice with you again. I'll be back tomorrow and I'll be back the next day because we're doing Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Central, or not Central, I'm sorry, Eastern, 6 Pacific, 9 Eastern. And it is absolutely my pleasure to be practicing with you. I love you guys so much. I dedicate my day to getting some of the content I've created out into the world. I've been kind of holding back because I was thinking it wasn't good enough, or I was like over analyzing, oh, it should be this or that, or I should be doing it this way. So I'm just gonna be enough today. I'm just gonna decide that who I am and what I have and what I'm offering is just enough for the world, and go ahead and do what I've wanted to do, which is to release some of the content I've created. So that's what I dedicate my day to. That's what I'm doing today. I'm going to put myself out there today. Awesome. Well, I love you guys so much. Dedicate your day in the chat if you'd like, or in the comments. And I'd love to hear what you're up to. Love you guys so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.